Welcome to Ridge Life. I'm Tim, and today on the Ridge, we got a flood. We had a huge thunderstorm with hail in it, high winds. We made it through safely, but unfortunately, I got tons and tons of water in my conduit trenches for the off-grid solar build. Last time you seen us here, me and Grandma Carol were pulling cables out to the solar array, to the DC disconnects. Well, today, I don't know what I'm going to do with all this water. Let's go check it out. Look at the water in the trench here. You can see my receptacle right there in the well head, and it is deep. And it is actually causing the conduit in the trench to float to the top. Now, I guess that tells me that it's airtight. The cement glue held and the air is staying in it. No water infiltrated it. But look how deep that is, guys. That is some deep stuff. Over here on the power shed solar side, we can see it's not that deep down below there. And you can see that the level is actually dropped just in the last couple hours. You see that little edge line right there? But there's still lots of water in here too. Checking out the far end here, we can see it's pretty deep down here. I still got to do the receptacle there, and but I have to also pull cables over to the power shed over there. So I don't think I'm going to work on this side today. I think with all this water, how about we work on the water well? So the well head's right there. You can see my 1/2-inch conduit coming up, and right there is our receptacle. And that's where the 1/2-inch conduit goes. We have 3/4-inch conduit running all the way out. So we'll run 2 sets of 12-gauge wire and a ground out to the receptacle, and then we'll pass through one 12-gauge wire set will go to the well, and the other one will go to the receptacle, and both of them will go right there to that conduit coming up out of the trench. Inside the power shed, our well and receptacle power comes up right there. Goes up into our 200 amp panel. Now we're not going to be terminating on the 200 amp panel yet. I've got a lot of breaker and bus bar set up to do in there. But before we start, let's show you what tools we're going to be using. So luckily I've got 2 sets of black and 2 sets of white 12-gauge wire. So that way I can run both runs at the same time with one ground wire. That should suffice. Of course, I have a drill, some terminal lugs, and all kinds of hand tools there, and zip ties. That should be everything we need. Of course, I'll need a fish tape, and I'll get that out, and we'll start fishing it through here in just a second. Being as muddy as it is, I am not wearing my shoes inside the power shed. I'm going to try to keep this floor clean because it is a muddy mess out there. Now, technically, I should not have to get in the trench, right? The conduit's already been ran through the trench, and even though it's floating up right there, it shouldn't cause me any issues. It should just smoothly go right through it and be able to run it down the 90-degree connector right down there. Cover off our 200 amp panel here. Make some room for all the wires we're going to be pulling into it. And see what we've got. Hey, don't drop it. There we go. That was close. Alrighty, gonna come up right down here below this. I gotta get these breakers out of the way. Open up this LB here, and I do have a gasket. I'll put that gasket back on when you get the wires run out. So come in a little closer here. So we'll come in that hole that goes to the outside there, run up the conduit, come out the bottom of this 200 amp panel here, and eventually it will go to a breaker that's mounted in there, but right now we don't have the neutral bar, ground bar, and all that stuff done. So we'll terminate this panel at a later date. It's going to be hard not to fall in here or drop screws or anything. Don't want to do that. Same thing with this one here. I've got a gasket, and I'll put the gasket back on when we're done. Got a ground rod down there, but yeah, we should be able to pull through there and have the water not cause us issues. Cross our fingers. Get this off the wellhead. Get this one. Same thing over there. Oop, wrong direction, Willie. Don't drop it, Tim. Don't drop it. I gotta loosen the bottom one up a little bit more. There we go. Flip that back. Come on now. It's stuck. There he goes. All right. Get the gasket out of there. I'll save that. Let's see when we here. Get this one. Whew. All righty. No water on the inside, luckily. That is a good thing. I should. Should go all this. Should come all the way out. Oh yeah. So we got the GFCI receptacle and the cover all out at one pop. So, and it's nice and dry in there. That's great. I think I'm gonna cheat. Well, it's not really cheating. It's just working smarter, not harder. I'm gonna go ahead and run the fish tape down through the panel, through the 90 there, out the wall. And well, I'm gonna run down here, keep a bunch of slack in here, go out there, and then push that down through. That way when I pull it through here, I can continue to pull it through. Fish tape works great like that. So, and if you don't know why I'm calling it fish tape, I'm an electrician and I'm fishing. I'm fishing for wires. This is my reel. It's like I'm a fly fisherman for electrons. Woohoo! Reel it in, baby, reel it in. Well, what's up? All right, I'm goofy, I know it. So let me push this down here, slide this out, and we're gonna get about 70 feet or so out of here. And then when I do, I could push this out through the wall right there. That's how we do that. So let me go ahead and push the rest of this out, and I'll meet you outside. All right, got this. I just need to push it down now. And just go down, out, down, out. We'll see how far we can make it. I'm already past the elbow. Let's see if you start seeing any movement in the conduit down there. I see it vibrating a little bit. Yeah. I can tell you, this is way easier than doing the other side. Of course, I haven't started pulling the wires yet through. We'll see how that goes. All right. Keep going, Tim. Keep going. Alrighty, I think we made it all the way through down there. Let me come down there and see. Oh yeah, we're through. Pull this out. All right, I got my spool set up. I got, let's see, pair 1 is over here. I got 1 piece of tape. Pair 2 over here, I got 2 pieces of tape, and I got the ground tied in the middle. This should be flexible enough to get pulled down in there. I'm getting mud everywhere, guys. I was trying to keep clean in here, and I got mud all over everything, but it is what it is. I gotta get this job done. So let me start pulling and watch this pay off. All right, that's paying out pretty good. I like that. All right, guys, it is getting dark, windy, and thundery. We got more big heavy storms coming. I'm trying to get all this cable pulled before that storm hits me. Woo-hoo-hoo. Come on, Tim. Come on. See if you can get it out. Keep going. Looks good. Keep going. Got to be getting close. Come on. Keep going. I'll tell you right now, this is a lot harder with all the mud and everything. But guys, check this out. We got the wires through. Now I just got to put them through the wall over there before this rain comes. I can cut that long over there and worry about that. Of course, I can work under the gazebo too while it's raining. It is a metal gazebo. Lots of lightning and stuff. So let me shove this in there. And I'll meet you on the inside and we'll start pulling the cable into the power shed. Oh, man, this is muddy, nasty stuff. You pull all this excess out and I can start pulling this wire right here up. should have enough in here now. I can feed this up into there. Oh, it's all muddy. Oh my gosh. I gotta have to do some serious cleaning. Serious cleaning. Woo, guys, did you hear that? That's some thunder. I don't know if I should be pulling metal wires in this kind of storm. Let me get all this straightened out. Whew. Goodness gracious, guys. I gotta get this straightened out. It's tangled up. There we are. There we are. There we go. Just pull up. Pull up. Doom, doom, doom. All right, everything is pulled up. We got more than enough for inside here. Let's go outside and see what the weather looks like. Woo. The wind is a-blowing and the rain has just started. All right, we got all of that pulled in there, which is good. And it goes through the trench. Let's go and check out the other side. My spool holder worked out amazingly. It paid off the cable into that receptacle. Ooh, lightning. I'm standing under a metal gazebo too. Woo, all right, so I got enough there basically. I can just spool off a little bit more, cut that, and then I can start running the fish tape from there over to the wellhead. I didn't, ooh, thunder. And, whew. All right, guys, hold on a second. Guys, it is early afternoon and it is already getting dark. I'm getting rained on. The lights came on this solar carport. That means it's dark enough for the motion sensor and the light sensor to say it's time to stop. And even though it's early afternoon, okay, if the storm goes by, I'll come back out here and continue working on. Otherwise, we'll see you in the morning. So, whew, wish me luck, guys. We'll be right back. That's scary stuff. Look how quickly that filled up. Overflowing. Seriously, overflowing. Look how full that trench is. Oh my gosh. I do see some break in the clouds back there. Hopefully it breaks enough for us to finish this job. Otherwise, we're going to have to come back tomorrow. We can see we got a little break in the weather. If y'all watch the radar forecast coming this way, though, we have more storms coming in just a little bit. Look at the water, guys. Just what happened. And it takes forever for this clay to drain down, but that's all right. But I did find a problem. I don't know if you saw it in the video a while ago. The wellhead LB, this 90-degree connector, was underwater, which means it filled up. Now it only goes over to the receptacle box there. I'm gonna try and blow some air through there and get that water out. Now this wire is okay for underground, use, but I want to get that water out of there nonetheless. All right, I got an air gun here. Let me get some water on it. See if I can just shove it around the entrance and push air through. Let's see if any water comes out. All right, here we go. Oh, look at all the water. That worked perfectly. Get all of it out of there. All righty, that's great. That worked like a champ. All right, so I've got the right side wires was labeled 2. The left side wire was labeled 1. I'm going to take 1 over to the well, and 2 will be the receptacle. So knowing that, I can cut this one right there. All right, so that is that. And this one, I need to pull out longer because we have to go all the way down into the trench, over and back up. I'm going to leave enough slack. That should be good right here. All right, I cut and taped in ground wire because I will need a ground wire to go all the way over. So I need to go from this end to there and pull this over. So hopefully it will feed up, no problem. Go through there. Come on, come on, come on. Right there. All right, we are through. All right, come on, all the way up, right there. All right. Got it. All right, I got those taped on. See if I can get it started through the hole here. There we go. Should just be able to pull right through. Don't go too far, Tim. There we go. Woohoo! All right, that is perfect. This should be enough length right there to go in and wire into the the well right there. Let me go ahead and shove that through. Get that pushed all the way through. And I'll leave a little bit right there. All right, get the cover in the gasket. Oop, don't drop it in the water, Tim. All right, let me get this screwed on here, and we'll get that receptacle put on. I gotta fix this gasket. Since this is going to be a 240 volt well pump, we've got to put red tape on the white wire. Now, I'll designate this a little bit better later on whenever I go to actually wire it up. So you can put red tape on a white wire, but you cannot put white tape on a red wire. That goes against code, not allowed to do it. I'm actually going to mark it inside the receptacle too, just so we know. All right, so this one passes through. So we'll put the red tape on there just to designate that's a current carrying conductor in this panel. If anybody ever gets in here, we don't want to go, oh, that's a neutral. That's not a neutral. Okay. So now I should be able to shove all this in there. I can't terminate the receptacle yet because we got to do a rough-in inspection. So I'm going to leave everything, hanging out when he gets here, just so he can see all the wiring, what it all looks like. And see, I like the ground up on the receptacle. Get this going. Oops. All right, and then this will slide right over that like that. Let me get this tightened up and we'll go inside. All right, I got the receptacle installed again. Everything's cleaned up, keep the water from getting in. Got the wire looped here at the end of this wellhead so the water don't get in. And then now, actually, I forgot, I've got to button up the LB right there on the power shed before we go inside. So let's go take care of that. Look at that water, guys. That's crazy. It is completely flooded over here. No place for this water to go. Let's get this gasket put on here. Again, I gotta make sure it stays right where it's supposed to be. Both sides, yep. It is starting to rain and get dark. Hopefully I can get all this done before the tornado warnings start over here. Meredith, my fiance, in case y'all don't know, most of you already know, had tornado warnings over her place, the town she lives in, and there's roofs off of houses and everything. She's fine. Her and the kids are just fine. It's passed for her, like it's passed for us now, but like you saw on that map, it's coming again. It's definitely coming again. All right, let's go. Look at all the mud I've gotten inside my power shed. I mean, I tried my best, but the wires were muddy, right? Look inside the LB there. Look at that, guys. I've got, you know, Tim's got to clean every bit of that out. It cannot stay like that at all. So, matter of fact, I've even got mud up here. That is, yeah. All right, so let me go ahead and clean this up a little bit. I'll sweep the floor and cut this cable back, and we'll be right back. Got as much of the mud off as I could, and it is everywhere. But cleaned off the walls, cleaned off the cables. Now let's go ahead and get this panel buttoned up. All right, got the cables cut back, labeled well and receptacle. Got red tape to remind me to tape this up real good red when we're finally terminating to the breakers. Let me go ahead and get this put up in here. See if I can get it to stay all pretty like. Maybe, maybe not. That'll be the test. Will it stay? Come on now, stay under. Oh, just dropped a breaker on my toe. That one hurt. That one's gonna leave a mark. All right. Stay right there. Stay right there. Yes. Not the breaker. Put that back right there. Cover. There we are. Oops, my bit. And the last one of the day. All right, got it cleaned up. Looks good. Like it. Here we go. You see, I'll have to start knocking these out. Whew, guys. Storms, lightning, flood. What else you gonna find here on the ridge? I can see the storm clouds are rolling in. We actually had rain while it was inside the power shed there. I waited for a second for it to lighten up a bit so I could come out here and film this close for you. Yeah, lightning, floods, wind. What else? Mud. I got mud in my power shed. It'll be all right, guys. I can mop it. I can wipe it down even better here later. I know I'm funny. No sense really pumping this trench. I don't have to get in it. It's just going to fill back up here and just look. Oh, geese! I had a Canadian goose just fly over. Flew right over my head. That's crazy. Guys, hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Hearing the geese, that's crazy. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, give it a big old thumbs up. Like, share, and subscribe. It's always 100% free. Guys, I've got tons more coming. I got to wire up the 600 amp battery bus. I've got to wire up the inverters. We've got to do the receptacle out by the carport. Tons to do here. Of course, we still have to build the off-grid barn house coming up soon. So guys, again, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Love every single one of you. And if you can, hit that notification bell right down there to be notified anytime a new video comes out on one of our channels. Until next time, hope everyone has a blessed day. Stay with me and go Ridge Life. Woo! There's geese. That's crazy.